City Vision. This for the people. Shaping cities, empowering people. We shaping cities,
inspiring people.
We shaping cities. Yeah. We shaping cities steady,
Building from the base. Building from the base.
from the base.
Empowering people. Put the power in their face.
Yeah, power in their face.
Power in their face.
From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City Vision, we the
Future. Yeah, we stepping in the place.
Yeah. Started with a spark, not a vision, vivid living proof. From the ground to the grind, had to tighten every move. Spark, proof, grind, move. Turn the losses into lessons, now we leveling the views. Now the city seeing clearly. We the ones they gotta choose. From the pain to the purpose, put the work in with the work.
Working with the work.
Working with the word. Had to plant it in the dirt just to show them what it's worth. Work. We shaping cities steady,
Building from the base.
empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
Power, face.
Face. From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City Vision. We the future.
Yeah, we stepping in a place. Every block got a plan.
Got a plan.
Every
plane got a plan.
got a plan. Turn the fear into fire.
Fire don't fade.
Now we building up a legacy they never could erase.
Erase. We don't fall. Stand tall through it all. Stand tall. Hand in hand, build a plan. Yeah, we answering the call. Answer the call. If we move it as a unit, ain't no limit, none at all.
We shaping cities steady,
Building from the base.
empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
That power in the people.
Power in the people.
Power in the people.
From the block to the top, yeah, we level in the space.
City Vision, we the future. Yeah, we stepping in a place. Shaping cities, empowering people.
Shaping cities. Empowering people.
Shaping cities, empowering people. City Vision. This for the people. Shaping cities, empowering people. We shaping cities,
Inspiring people.
we shaping cities. Yeah. We shaping cities steady,
Building from the base. Building from the base.
from the base.
Empowering people. Put the power in their face.
Yeah, power in their face.
Power in their face.
From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City Vision, we the
Future. Yeah, we stepping in the place.
Yeah. Started with a spark, not a vision, vivid living proof. From the ground to the grind, had to tighten every move. Spark, proof, grind, move. Turn the losses into lessons, now we leveling the views. Now the city seeing clearly. We the ones they gotta choose. From the pain to the purpose, put the work in with the work.
Working with the work.
Working with the word. Had to plant it in the dirt just to show them what it's worth. We shaping cities steady,
building from the base.
empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
Power, 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 power. Face.
Face, 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 face. From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City vision. We the future.
Yeah, we stepping in a place. Every block got a plan.
Got a plan.
Got a plan.
Every plane got a plan.
Got a plan.
Got a plan.
Turn the fear into fire.
Fire don't fade.
Now we building up a legacy they never could erase.
Erase, 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 erase. We don't fall, we don't fall. Stand tall through it all. Stand tall, stand tall. Hand in hand, build a plan. Yeah, we answering the call. Answer the call. Answer the call. Answer the call. If we move it as a unit, ain't no limit, none at all.
We shaping cities steady,
Building from the base.
empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
That power in the people.
Power in the people.
Power in the people.
From the block to the top, yeah, we level in the space.
City vision, we the future, yeah, we stepping in a place. Shaping cities, empowering people.
Shaping cities. Empowering people.
Shaping cities, empower people. Oh, yeah. City vision. This for the people. Shaping cities, empowering people. We shaping cities.
Inspiring people.
We shaping cities. Yeah, 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 yeah. We shaping cities steady.
Building from the base. Building from the base.
From the base, from the base.
Empowering people. Put the power in their face.
Yeah, power in their face.
Power in their face.
From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City vision, we the
Future. Yeah, we stepping in the place.
yeah. Started with a spark, now the vision, vivid, living proof. From the ground to the grind, had to tighten every move. Spark, proof, grind, move. Turn the losses into lessons, now we level in the views. Now the city seeing clearly. We the ones they gotta choose. From the pain to the purpose, put the work in with the work.
Working with the work.
Working with the word. Had to plant it in the dirt just to show them what it's worth. Work, 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 work. We shaping cities steady,
Building from the base.
empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
Power, 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 power. Face.
Face, 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 face. From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City vision. We the future.
Yeah, we stepping in a place. Every block got a plan.
Got a plan.
Got a plan.
Every plane got a plan.
Got a plan.
Got a plan.
Turn the fear into fire.
Fire don't fade.
Now we building up a legacy they never could erase.
Erase, 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 erase. We don't fall, we don't fall. Stand tall through it all. Stand tall, stand tall. Hand in hand, build a plan. Yeah, we answering the call. Answer the call. Answer the call. Answer the call. If we move it as a unit, ain't no limit, none at all.
We shaping cities steady,
Building from the base.
empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
That power in the people.
Power in the people.
Power in the people.
From the block to the top, yeah, we level in the space.
City vision, we the future, yeah, we stepping in a place. Shaping cities, empowering people.
Shaping cities.
Shaping cities, empower people.
Mindful Mondays. Mindful Monday. Take a breath today. Not to escape the work, but to center the why behind it. Be present in your purpose. Move with intention, not urgency. Lead from peace, not pressure. Mindfulness isn't slowing down the mission, it's sharpening it. Stay grounded, stay focused, stay Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, yeah. Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays. Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today, Mindful Monday. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath today, Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath, take a breath today. Mindful Mondays, Mindful Mondays. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Mindful Monday. Take a breath today. 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 Mindful Monday. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath today. Take a breath today. Take a breath. Take a breath. Take a breath today.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Take a breath. I'm Tavon Brooks, your host, or one of your hosts today. It's a beautiful day, and as always I said, I give thanks to those that come before us, because without you all that came before us, this would never be here. I am Tavon, your co-host here at Mindful Mondays, a platform that's catered to cultivating ideas. The main goal of this podcast is how can we create a better city for us? We are in St. Louis, and keep in mind that the opinions and comments made on Mindful Mondays are not in any way affiliated with any organization from Mindful Mondays, Harris Stowe, BRHF Internet Radio, the Hidden Gem, City Vision, forgive me for that one. But it's all about how can we cultivate ideas. This special today, I'm going to contribute it to all of the individuals in my journey, and I'm sure you all can understand this, that as we build in our journey, we meet individuals that sometimes we drop the ball. And when we drop the ball, it affects the motion on every end. Now, it's not intentionally in most cases, because we are entrepreneurs building our dreams, and sometimes things don't go according to plan. But the key of it is, how do we act on it? Do we act, will we apologize? Do we buy roses, cakes? But today I'm on social media, and I'm saying to all of those who came across me that really wanted to support me, and I just couldn't organize my time at that moment. And if I've affected you or dropped the ball, or it was you, then I'm saying out to you personally, first thing in the morning, Mindful Monday, is I humbly apologize, because my goal is to build and not tear. Now, without further ado, let me bring on the one man who actually made this possible, Dr. Jackson. He has a way of seeing, production and seeing inside of you. Yes, sir. I let you talk about it, but because of you, we're here. So I thank you.
Well, it's because of all of us. We are contributing to something that's bigger than we are. If we have an idea, and if we want that idea to flourish, then we have to share it with others and get others to help us. Mm-hmm. One of the things that Marilyn reminded me was that one person can do a little, two people can do a little more, mm-hmm. three people can do even more. And if we can mobilize, we can do exactly what we think. We can make this a better place. Each of us have our own agendas. And again, as Tavon said, do not charge what we're saying to this radio station, the Hidden Gem establishment, which broadcasts our program, City Vision, one of our sponsors, Harris Stowe, where we all got started, or many of the internet radio station of which we're still a part of. Do not charge those comments to those particular entities. Charge those to the people that are speaking. This is an excellent week, because we have, believe it or not, an election tomorrow. But before we get too far into the program, let's hear about this weather from Marilyn Stone.
Okay, let's start with the weather. 7-day weather forecast. Okay, Starting August 3rd, 2026, Monday, mostly sunny, 66 to 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 8% chance of rain. Tuesday, partly cloudy, 8% rain, 67 to 89% Fahrenheit. Let's look at Wednesday, 72 to 89 degrees, partly cloudy, 7 degrees, possibility for rain. 70 to 82 degrees for Thursday, scattered thunderstorms, and 54% chance for rain. Friday, 70 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, scattered thunderstorms, 46% chance for rain. And Saturday, 71 to 87 degrees, scattered thunderstorms, 43% chance for rain. And Sunday, 74 to 90 degrees, mostly sunny, 17 degrees. 17 possibilities for rain. Okay, let's go and talk about why is weather so important and what is predicted about the weather, the earth, where we live, okay? Scientists' weather predictions. It's two I'm gonna give. One, an 83 to 85% chance that 2027 will be hotter than 2026 due to the global temperature rising, enhancing the greenhouse effect. Greenhouse gases trap heat like a blanket in the atmosphere that would otherwise escape into space, and that our weather patterns will get worse. Now, lately, it hasn't been so bad, but we remember those thunderstorms and tornadoes. Okay, so the second, scientists predict that in the 2030s, global temperatures will permanently reach the critical 1.5 degrees Celsius. That's the warming limit. This would usher in more severe and frequent weather extremes. And I hope we're not going to experience what we did last month. Okay? There are 4 major human activities driving global warming. This enhances the greenhouse effect. The first one, burning fossil fuels. The second, deforestation and land clearing. And the third, intensive agriculture and livestock. Now, for some reason at the bottom, I'm just going to say industrial waste. Okay, well, let's look at this. The culprit, the number one reason that we're talking about this, fossil fuels, and that's coal, oil, and gas. Fossil fuels are this is what Wikipedia says. Fossil fuels are non-renewable hydrocarbon materials. That's coal, oil, and natural gas. It forms naturally in the Earth's crust over millions of years from the buried remains of prehistoric organisms. So, the problem with fossil fuel, it releases carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. But all of it is not human-made. Some come naturally out of...
Okay, so what's the name again, Lewis Howard?
I can't hear you. Okay. Natural processes that produce carbon dioxide. Okay, like humans and animals breathe in oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Dead plants and organic material release carbon dioxide as they decompose. Oceans naturally exchange millions of tons of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere daily. Okay, so let's look at this. What is important about 1.5 degrees Celsius? When you look at it, 1.5 degrees Celsius. So let me just say what that is. The pre-industrial period is generally considered the years from 1850 to 1900s to be a reliable reference. This time predates humans' use of fossil fuels and is also the earliest period when global observations of land and sea temperatures are available. During this period, the average global temperature, while swinging up and down in certain years, generally hovered over 13.5 degrees Celsius, and that's 56.3 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, that's the global average. That includes the Arctic and the Antarctic and everything, okay? The 1.5 degrees Celsius limit is a defense line. If the world can keep below this line, it potentially could avoid the more extreme global warming. So we'll pick up with this next time.
Thank you, Merlin. Some people say, well, why are you getting so in depth about the weather? It is something that affects all of us, disrespecting where we live. We are talking about global warming, and we've asked Merlin to dig a little deeper. It's Mindful Monday, not to make you upset about it or whatever. But we want to make sure you understand what's going on. Dr. Parr, how was your weekend, sir?
My weekend was busy having surgery.
Ooh. We're glad to have you back.
We're glad to have you back, but don't tell us about it yet. What we'd like for you to do is enlighten our mind.
Well, I had some emergency oral surgery, so be patient because I still have some stitches in my mouth.
Well, let me tell you this. If you decide to cut your report short, we're okay. And one of the things that we do, Dr. Parr, we have your backup data for every single day of this week in terms of what's going on or some significant occurrences. So if somebody's interested in those, they can let us know and we'll send that to them. So do the best you can and just don't overexert yourself. We have to take good care of the people that are part of the Mindful Monday crew. So,
okay, Dr. Jackson, I want to start with the word of today. The word of the day is impeccable. Impeccable is an adjective. It means something that is flawless, spotless, and exemplary, having no mistakes, errors, or defects. Impeccable. The origin comes from the Latin word impeccabilis, which means made of, and it's made of the prefix. Prefixes are words that go before a word that can change the meaning, and that prefix means not. And impeccare, which is another Latin word meaning to sin or make a mistake. So it's not to sin or not to make a mistake. And originally it was a religious connotation, which basically meant not capable of sinning or a person who does not sin. About 1610, the meaning began to change and began to focus in on the whole aspect of being perfect, being flawless, and not making mistakes. Some of the synonyms are of impeccable or flawless, spotless, pristine, immaculate, perfect. Some of the sentences using impeccable. Excuse me. The restaurant is famous for the impeccable service and delicious food. And I could recommend some of the restaurants that actually do that. Another sentence using impeccable. Tavon Brooks has an impeccable reputation in our local community. Hope you don't mind me using your Tavon. Another sentence using impeccable. He speaks fluent Russian with an impeccable accent. And of course, one of our last sentences is he showed up for the dinner party in an impeccable blue pinstripe suit. Our quote for today comes from a person that you probably may not have heard of, but is has such an impact on the things that we use in this country. Our quote today comes from Lewis Howard Lattimore. He says, "We create our future by improving present opportunities, however few and small they may be." Again, I will repeat that. We create our future by improving present opportunities, however few and small they may be. Latimer acknowledged that a person's starting point might be incredibly limited. In other words, the limited opportunities and limited resources. And he came up, his family, his parents were born as slaves, and they escaped slavery to go to Massachusetts. So he was born a free person, but his family was slaves. But with the prejudice and the discrimination during his time, he experienced few resources and few opportunities, but he made the most of them. He said, "The size of the initial opportunity does not dictate the size of the ultimate outcome. Instead of waiting for a grand, life-changing moment or a compliment about lack of resources, spring into action, develop your own resources, muster the task that is currently in front of you, and conquer it." Let me tell you about Latimer. Latimer was the man, when you turn your lights on, the filament in your light bulbs go on. Latimer was the man who invented that. He also invented a way of mass producing that filament. Yes, he worked with Alexander Graham Bell and Thomas Edison. He developed an improved transmitter to make Alexander Graham Bell's telephone work better. He also, again, as I said, the filament in your light bulbs, he did that working with Thomas Edison. He is very famous, and he had other inventions too. He had inventions of making an improved refrigerator. He also had some inventions that were very, very important for the railroad industry. Thomas Lewis Howard Lattimore, one of our highlights of our African American history today. I want to give you a couple of more highlights. One of them, since you do have a list of all the highlights that we indicated, I want to give you one highlight that I think is very, very important. On August the 1st, 1951, William Henry Thompson became the first African American to earn the Medal of Honor during the Korean War. Now that's important because I heard of William Henry Thompson because I was raised around a lot of Korean War veterans, and they gave us stories about things. Well, William Henry Thompson, an African American, and you have to remember that the armed forces were just recently integrated. In spite of that fact, This man gave up his life rescuing all of his platoon so that they could get away. He with a machine gun held up a whole company or regiment of Koreans who had them surrounded. Because of his heroism, his company, his platoon managed to survive. That is one of the outstanding highlights that shows the resilience, the strength, and the courage of African Americans. That's all I have for today, except that, again, I thought for today is always you can be better than you think you are. Thank you very much. And again,
Thank you.
I apologize for my voice, but I do have some stitches in my mouth.
Okay, thank you. The one thing that Dr. Parr exudes and lives to show, the show must go on. Well, what about this technology piece? We are gifted in the sense that we have an opportunity every single Monday to talk to the dynamic, the wonderful college professor who takes technology to the nth level. And we try to call her a guru. She won't let us do that, but she is a noted person as it relates to technology. So technology as we know it, let's give ourselves an opportunity to listen to and give her applause. Cheryl Watt, give her a hand now, all the staff. All right, come on, Cheryl.
All right. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, all.
Good morning.
Uh, it's that time of year, and we all know what that time of year is. It's back to school time in the early to middle part of August. And I'd like to give a few reminders to our audience, those who are both parents and possibly grandparents, aunts, uncles, godmothers, godfathers, whomever, about the technology that children need in school. Before you run out and buy the latest thing, the most expensive thing on the market, do contact your children's teachers. Whether you do that by electronic communications from the teachers directly to you, or from any kind of written communications sent home with them, or simply going to the school district's website and looking for those teachers or classes or schools and finding out what those students will need. A lot of people don't think in terms of the old fashioned technology, things like notebooks, papers, pencils, the right kind of book bags in accordance with the school district's security and privacy policies. But kids need them, regardless of what they think. They need them. Find out whether or not that school provides any technology for a student, particularly if they have to have the technology available to do homework assignments using online connections, or whether you would have to provide your own, and what kind of technology they actually need. Find out if there's particular apps that they need to use. With so many school districts watching their budget dollars for technology usage, many of them are not providing licenses for full-blown apps like Microsoft Office anymore. Most have actually gone to the Google suite of apps. So
Mm.
kids learn to do word processing with Google Docs, and they do Google Sheets for Excel, and they use the other Google apps like for things like PowerPoint presentations. And then, of course, they may also use Google Meet for virtual meetings with their teachers or with their classrooms, or even appointments for teachers. So, with their teachers. So, find out what is provided, find out what is actually needed,
Mhm.
and if at all possible, provide what the children need. And like I say, you don't have to go out and buy the latest, the newest, the most fabulous, the most expensive, because especially if they're elementary age children up through middle school, things get broken very quickly, very easily. So think in terms of what they need and what they will use it for. Think also about how will you protect this technology, if it's yours or if it's the schools or school district. Make sure you designate a place or a space for the technology to be used, and make sure that your children are actually taking care of their technology. Too often, you hear of things that got knocked off the table, they fell in the dog's water dish, it went here, it went there, it went everywhere. Make sure that you monitor what they're doing with it, where they're using their technology, and if you have everything that you need at home to help them to use that technology. Uh, so if you're not able to provide Wi-Fi access at home for whatever reason, think about making time to go to your local public library and helping your child sit down and use the technology there, then give them time to work on it with you being nearby. That hour, hour and a half is a well used hour to hour and a half, a couple, 2 or 3 times a week. If you do not have direct access to Wi Fi and technology at home,
Mhm.
make time to help your child with their schoolwork and in using the technology that's available to them, especially if they can go to a public library, log in to their school districts or schools web pages and get to what they need. You've done them a great service. You're also helping yourself to know what they're doing and what they need to be doing. Make sure that you learn what communications
Mhm.
methods that your child's teachers use. Of course, we know people use telephones, but also make sure that if you can reach them by email and do so quickly and easily, take advantage of it. If you can reach them through the school's website, take advantage of that. And at the same time, make sure that your child's teachers have open access to you so that they can contact you with any kind of difficulties your child may be having. You can contact them with difficulties your child may be having with their assignments and get them the help that they need right away. Don't let them flounder, ever. Never let them flounder in what they're doing. Success is what education is all about. And making a pathway to success is what both parents and teachers need to do. And at home, you need to make sure your child has a study space and make sure there is dedicated time for that study. Lots of kids like to be in lots of outside activities. They like to play football with JFL. They like to be in junior bowling leagues. They like to do cheerleading. They like to do swimming. Whatever it is they really like to do, make sure they understand that everything has to have a place within their scheduled time.
Mhm.
Of course, a big chunk of that time is called SLEEP, sleeping. Most of our kids don't get enough sleep, and it shows in the way that they respond in doing their work, in the way that they respond with people around them, and in their general overall habits. If you get them into good work, study, and recreation and rest habits, the rest of it will not be that difficult. So you don't have to be the prison warden, but you do have to sit down and discuss with your kids what's what you expect, what their teachers expect, and how you need to work in everything that they want to do with everything that's expected of them. And a lot of times it turns out to be really, really a good thing. So that's our technology moment for today, which is getting ready for back to school. You don't have to spend all of your dollars, but if you do need to spend any, make sure you know exactly what is needed and purchase what your child needs. And what your child really needs may not be all that expensive at all.
Thank you, Cheryl. As usual, you have some great practical advice, and we can only salute you because it is very, very excellent. Tavon, we are now going into our medical health uh, piece, and we have the dynamic, the wonderful. I can say a whole lot of other wonderful adjectives. We have Dr. Danielle Peoples, and I'll let her come to you as she normally does, right at 12:30 on all of our shows. Thank you,
Well,
Dr. Peoples.
You're welcome. Hello, everyone. Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is Dr. Danielle Peebles, Black Radio Hall of Fame resident chiropractor. And today on the show, I am going to cover the shoulder. Now, with the shoulder, there's quite a bit of things we can cover with this. And so we're going to start rather simple. And then later on in the future, I will come back and cover some more topics with it. But we're going to start superficially. What is the shoulder even made up of? It's made up of several regions of your body. You're thinking shoulders here. That's why I got my shoulders out today for you. So the shoulders is not just here. It actually includes the pectoral region, the deltoid region, the scapular region, as well as the lateral side of your neck. Those muscles, those spiny structures all contribute to the movement of the movement of the shoulder as well as the structure of the shoulder. So when it comes to those things, it's a matter of keeping it in motion. That's really what chiropractic is about, keeping your body in motion. So one of the things I'm going to show you today is movement of the neck and the shoulder. But why would I move the neck? Earlier, I mentioned that the lateral region of the neck is contributing to the structure of the shoulder, to the complex of the shoulder. Well, to actually control the shoulder, you have to have some nerve innervation. And nerve innervation for the shoulder comes from the neck region, specifically the lower neck region. Now, the neck is called the cervical region. Sometimes we get confused when we hear the word cervical. You're thinking lady parts, but that's not this commercial. So actually, cervical refers to the neck region. In the cervical region, we actually have 7 vertebrae. And in between those vertebrae, we have what is called a joint space or IVF. Those IVF or the foramina, the opening, is where the nerves come out. Although we have 7 cervical region vertebrae, we actually have 8 cervical nerves. But it is the cervical nerves from 5, 6, 7, and then the thoracic nerve T1 that innervates the shoulder. Now, I'm going to show you some movements to help you warm up and loosen up those shoulders because I have more to share with you today. Of course, I brought a friend. I didn't come alone. But we're going to start with simple movements. We're going to start with our neck because the neck is connected to the shoulder. So if you're there, please try these with me. We're going to start with rotation of the neck, side to side. Now, if you're starting out, You haven't done any stretches for today. This may be a little tight, but that's okay. As we continue to move, we would notice that it will loosen up. The next movement we're going to do is up and down, flexion and extension. So we're going to go up and down several times. And if we go up and down and we rotate left and right, we're going to lean side to side. So lean side to side. And lastly, we're going to do circles. So we're going to rotate our neck around, circle it around, and then we're going to go the opposite direction. If you go one way, you have to go the opposite. All right. And you're like, okay, my shoulders. Here we go. We're going to shrug up and down with the shoulders up. And then we're going to roll them forward. Bring them forward. Because we got to loosen up this area, so we're going to roll back. Now, you think we're done? No. Bring those arms out like so. We're going to do small circles forward. And if we go forward, we're going to go where? Backwards. So we're going to go small circles backwards. And then we're going to do big circles forward. And big circles back.
Oh.
You're like, I'm hearing stuff cracking. Are you hearing things cracking? That means you don't do it enough.
I actually heard some cracks, some cranks, some.
It was like it pause. And we're gonna go overhead and stretch everything. Lean with it, rock with it, right? Now we did all that.
One day I'll be having cracks and crickles too. So
you all are hilarious for every episode. So now that we got those shoulders warmed up, what other way can we work on these shoulders and get it together? Well, one of the muscles that is one of the favorite muscles that leads into the next section is the serratus anterior. The serratus anterior muscle has another name that it goes by. Does anyone know what that other name is for the serratus anterior? They're like, nope, I didn't even know that was a muscle. Serratus anterior. Well, I am going to demonstrate the other name for this serratus anterior, and clearly I'm not the expert on this, but I'm going to show you this as I'm getting ready for
boxing glove. Is that what you call it?
Yeah. What do you think that other name of that muscle is?
The knockout muscle.
Okay, that sounds good too. It's called the boxing muscle. So we're going to do some boxing today with these gloves. And I thought I was going to do it by myself. No, I have someone who is an expert in shoulder movement with the boxing. She's a champion. Her name is E. Nicole. E. Nicole's going to come on here and show you some boxing moves and incorporate those with the shoulder. And then we're going to talk about how chiropractic is related to boxing. Please put your hands together as we welcome E. Nicole. The champ is here.
Champ is here. All right, y'all. Thank you for having me on, Dr. Peoples. Thank you so much. Yes, I am a boxer. I actually just fought 2 weeks ago, so the Saturday before last, and then I fight again next month on September 12th. So if you're local, if you're in St. Louis, look me up and come through, slide through for the next fight on the 12th. Okay, so today I heard Dr. Peoples talking about the shoulder. So I'm going to show you all just how much we have to use our shoulders. Before I get started though, I want to shout out where I train at. This is STL Boxing Academy right here, St. Louis. It's the only 24/7 boxing gym in the whole Midwest. It's in North County, right off of Lindbergh or Highway 67 in like Patterson area. So check it out, STL Boxing Academy. Please come through, people of all ages, all levels, all right? So first thing is we're gonna talk about the most important punch in boxing. And what do y'all think that is? Can I hear some people shout some things out? What do y'all think that is?
The jab.
There we go, way to go. Because if you had said uppercut, that would have been crazy. All right, so with the jab, so that's what we're gonna do. Now, the most important piece of your body in boxing, in my opinion, is our feet. But because where we're hitting and everything, we don't have time to go over that. We're gonna just do this jab since y'all can only see from up here, all right? So if people feel comfortable at home or at the office, wherever you are, with a standing up, do so. If not, you might be able to do it while you're sitting down, or you can just enjoy yourself, sit back and watch. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into our boxing stance. Now, I fight left-handed, so I'm going to put my right foot is going to be a little bit forward. Left foot is going to be back. You got it? All right, but make sure they're not right in front of each other, or else we're gonna be off balance. So you want to have that left foot a little bit over, and off to the back. All right. Now, if you're right-handed, if you fight right-handed, it's gonna be the opposite. You're gonna have your left foot forward, and your right foot is gonna be back and a little bit over that way. Okay. Now, the big important part here is the first part about shoulders. So before I can even get to the jab, we got to get right with in our stance. Okay. The first thing that you want to do, you actually want to point your lead shoulder. So whichever foot is forward, the shoulder on that side, that's your lead shoulder. You want to point that shoulder at your opponent. All right. So y'all can imagine me as your opponent right now. You want to point your shoulder right there. Okay. So before we even get to any punches, that's what we got to do. If we don't, and we're just right here, we're going to be squared up. Now, there's a time and a place in boxing to be squared up, but for the most part, you want to be right here. We call this half man, okay? You want to split your opponent in half with your lead shoulder. Next up, you're going to put your hands up, all right? So a lot of people, you'll see them, they'll come, they have their elbows all out. And you see people when they street fight, they be like, oh, like this. That ain't it, y'all. That ain't it, okay? You're wasting a lot of energy and you're leaving yourself really open. So you actually want to have your hand almost like right here, like right in front of your chin. Point your shoulder there, and you want your elbows to be in alignment with your torso. All right. So when you throw out a punch, it should come back and hit your torso. You don't want to throw out a punch and have it come back here, because you see what I'm gonna stand this way so you can see. Because if she was fighting me, she could get me. If I come out and bring my elbow past my body, look at my hand drops. Right. If I throw out and bring it right here, it stays right here protecting me. Okay. So I just want to call that out. All right. So remember, when you shoot out, make sure you hit your body right back again. Got it? All right. So when you throw your jab, you want to make sure that your nice shoulders relax. That's another thing about the shoulders. We're going to use them so much in boxing, so we don't want to start off real tense. All right? Because that'll actually make us throw our shots slower. So when you throw that jab, you want to come out nice and slow. As you come, make sure your hand nice and turned over. And you're going to turn your hand over like you're pouring out like a cup of water. All right? So you don't, some people like they be having their thumb in all types of places. You want to make sure that you're making a good fist and you're coming out and turning over so that you're landing mostly with these two middle knuckles right here. Okay. All right. And then you bring it right back to your body. All right. Let's see that again. Go out and bring it right back to your body. Now, the other is like, it's hard for me to even say there's like the top thing that's most important, because the other number one, there's like three number one things. It's going to be your feet, your jab, and this other one is really key, is your breathing. So whenever we throw a punch, we also got to breathe with that punch. It helps us to have the right amount of force and energy with that punch, but also make sure that we're saving enough energy for the rest of that round or the rest of that fight, okay? So when we breathe, y'all may be already familiar, boxers, we go, kss, kss, especially with like these kind of, with jabs and everything. When we throw with power, we kind of make a little bit of a different noise. We'll save that for another segment. All right. So now with your jab, I want you to throw out your punch. All right. This time, let's see if you can do it as fast as you can. Ready? Yep. Oh, I got you want a double. Oh, you want to do a double jab? She want to do a double jab. All right. We're going to throw out two. You got it? Ready? Go. There you go. All right. Now, the other thing that I want us to go over, let me see what we have time for. How much time we got?
We got a few more minutes. We got at least 10 minutes.
All right, cool. I'm gonna show you the other thing that's important.
We're champ because we got the champ on. We're gonna give you an extra 2 minutes because we got the champ on. You know, I mean, we got to take advantage of the champ.
We do, okay.
That's what's up. Because I did something that made me get a little excited. I got to show you before I get to the defensive part. So what I want y'all to do, I can't leave here with us just like throwing punches and staying in the same spot. We can't work footwork today. So we got to work head movement, okay? So we're going to throw these jabs, but what's also important, you know how I said you're going to point your shoulder right down the middle of your opponent? Well, that's like its center line. So imagine your opponent being split. So imagine me having a line right here. Well, when you throw, you got to make sure to keep your head off that center line, okay? So even when you come back, you want to stay off that line. So the other thing, not only do we use our shoulders in boxing, not just me, we also use our opponent's shoulders as a guide. So we always need to try to keep our head on their shoulders. So now what we're going to do, Dr. Peoples, is when we throw in our jabs, I want you to imagine you're facing somebody, and when you throw, you got to keep your head on their shoulders. So wherever you go, just imagine you're going shoulder to shoulder.
Okay.
All right.
We're gonna try it.
So we're gonna throw jabs. We're gonna throw them. We'll start with this double jab, then we'll add to it. Okay. Got it. With the breathing noise.
Okay.
All right. Y'all do it too. We want to hear that over there. All right. You ready? All right. And go. Bring back. There you go. Let's double up. There you go. There you go. Sometimes you move. There you go. There you go.
I should have put my head up.
Yep. You gotta move. You gotta move. There you go.
Except the hair can be a distraction.
Good. Good job. All right. Last but not least, I want to name one more thing that we do with shoulders, and that's defensively. Because a lot of people get so into just the offensive part of boxing, thinking everything's just about hitting somebody. Well, if you're all about hitting and not about being defensively responsible, you're gonna be in big trouble, and you might not last that long in the sport. So one of the other things that we do is also with defense. Now, I was gonna show you all the Philly shell, but I think that's so overused, so I'm not gonna go into it too much. And not only is it overused, it's overused by people who aren't as experienced. So I don't want us to skip any steps for people who are watching and they're like, oh yeah, I'll just come in here and I'll do the Philly shell. We're not gonna do that. But what I do want to call out is a lot of times when we do get into a defensive posture, sometimes we have to shoulder roll. Now that does involve the Philly shell, but a lot of times we're blocking punches with our shoulder, which absorbs a lot of impact, Dr. Peoples. So sometimes I gotta come running to her after I've been sparring a lot, because also I'm one of the only girls in my gym, so all I have to spar are men. That's it. For years now, I've been at this gym for about 4.5 years, and so I be having to absorb a lot. And so she definitely be putting me back together.
Oh, don't let her forget she's the oldest fighter.
I'm also the oldest fighter at the gym. So right now, y'all, I am 41 years old. I'm actually on track to training to turn pro. So we making history in St. Louis here. So this is we doing it, okay? So yes, one of the only women in the gym fighting, and as well as the oldest one there. And I'm in there training with the 20-somethings all day long, every day, about 6 days a week. So we getting it. All right. So with this shoulder roll, we already know our posture here. And then let's say if there's a punch coming over here, you want to bring your shoulder up, and you have to turn so that punch slides off you. Yep. But you want to keep those hands nice and tight. All right. So the reason why I'm showing you this is after we throw that jab, I want you to go right into that shoulder roll. Okay. You got it?
All right.
All right. Ready?
Okay, I was slow, fast.
It's okay.
All right.
Yep. But what you
I
gotta
turned
do
to a turtle.
You turn and look that way. You don't know what they
I was
doing.
gonna run.
You better keep your eyes that way. Because you went like this. They
I'm running.
Right. So let's try that again. Go here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then turn.
Okay.
Yep. Because you still want to see, because you got to know what else is coming. And if you need to slip down, if you need to come in, or if you have a chance to counter right off of that. So that's a whole other thing.
Okay.
We're going to try that one more time. Make sure you got it.
All right.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Throw it out. Bring it in. We're going to get with you later. We're going to get with you later.
I saw imaginary punch coming.
Got you.
Okay. So look, that was a whole lot of fun. Thank you for bringing the punches and the defense. Clearly I got to work on the defense. Can't do this little pretty girl thing out in the ring because I'm not going to make it. Now, what I want to add to this is she mentioned that she has a lot of training. She's in there training for 6 hours. In addition to working with her coaches, she also has to build her team outside of the ring. And that's where I come in as the chiropractic. So will you share with them how chiropractic has helped you in preparation for your fights as well as on the recovery end?
Absolutely. And the best way I can talk about it is just what my routine looks like. So I come and I see Dr. People once a week, regardless. So it doesn't matter if I'm like feeling like the scarecrow and I need to get put back together. If I feel great, I try to make sure to be on a regimen to make sure that I'm getting my adjustments regularly, just because of how much I train. You know, I'm sparring, I'm doing strength and conditioning. I'm doing a lot of agility stuff. So I'm jumping, I'm doing all these different things, as well as absorbing, you know, punches and punching back, right? And so I come to her to make sure that I can, that I'm sustaining my health throughout. That's number one. Then when I actually have a fight, I actually do a little bit more. So I come to her for a little bit more. It might be some added massage. It might be red light therapy. It just might be something with essential oils, whatever it is that she does with a more complete wellness package. I also come to her for that, to ensure that I'm really good, mind, body, and spirit, in addition to all the nutrition guidance that I get. I want to give a shout out to my sparring partner, as well as semi-nutrition coach, Liz, the Heath and Helton. She helps me out a lot with ensuring that I'm eating the right things to be on weight. And not to mention, I already shouted out SDL Boxing Academy with my coaches, Coach Reggie and Coach Kelly, who helped me with all the tactical, the IQ, and the conditioning aspect. So it's really like a wraparound, which is why it takes at least 6 days a week of training to ensure that I am getting everything I need to be in the right mindset, as well as make sure that my body is good to go. I also ice all the time. You know, I'm equatorial, right, by nature. However, I have to make sure that I'm icing to get rid of any inflammation that may be building up in my body from all the training, and to ensure that I can recover faster. And also, I'm an older athlete. And so not only should younger athletes be taking recovery just as serious as their hard training, but also just as I age, though I don't feel like I'm slowing down yet, I still got to make sure to stay ahead of the game with that and ensure that I'm doing proper things like icing. I use magnesium lotion, all the things, proper sleep. All of that goes into how I, have to calculate all the right moves to ensure I have good training and a successful outcome in the ring.
So for one, I'm sorry, Dr. Peoples. For one, Coach, the gym you shouted out has to give us our referral fee, because they heard it here on Mindful Monday that you're promoting your gym. And two, I've been standing next to you every time I meet you, not knowing you was a champ. So thank God I didn't say nothing disrespectful to knock me out, because you never know who you entertain in your midst. But man, you a champ. So thank you for being on this show. Dr. Peoples, you always bring the power, the might, and the intelligence, and the skills. So I thank you for that. I thank you.
The young lady that
Thank you. I appreciate having this platform to engage with your listeners and to teach them about chiropractic, and that chiropractic is a part of so many facets of our life. It is not just am I in pain, but it's also about the quality of joy. So my goal is to cover all the gamuts and bring it and put it in front of you so that you can continue to learn about chiropractic, as it is a movement. Chiropractic is about staying in motion. As you see the words behind me, and one of the words on that board is motion. And working with E has been amazing. I've been working with her for a number of years. We can't get the number right, but it's close to 10. And it has just been amazing to watch her become stronger, become faster, become better, as she continued to include all of those components, all those aspects to keep her movement, as well as chiropractic. Now, for as you, it doesn't matter what level of athleticism you are, whether it's amateur or professional, chiropractic should be included. In fact, I should be on that team. I would love to be a part of your team. And how can you reach me? I am in Pro Health Family Chiropractic, located at 2315 Pine Street. You can call me at 314-607-9150, or you can reach out to me via our website at stlprohealth.com. How can we reach you? How can we follow you and keep up with your success?
You can follow me on best way is Instagram, Liberated, LIBERATED_Wolf, Liberated Wolf. Is how you can find me on IG. And you can also see me a lot in a lot of the posts here at the gym. But other than that, yeah, just look me up there. I'm happy to engage. Shoot me a question. Come out to the fight. Whatever you like to do, I'm happy to be in community with you.
Do we have any questions for us?
How effective is chiropractor when it comes to, because I know in boxing and most fighting, you have to have fast reflexes in order to really stay ahead of the game. How does chiropractic services help you in your reaction?
So I'll give my answer and then I can give you her experience. She'll give her experience with it. From my perspective, when you are injured, because as you're training, you can have injuries, right? Especially with sparring, you're not always 100% after a spar. Sparring is not pretty. So there'll be times where you're stressing that area because you were injured in a spar, or being that you're repetitively training can also be a micro trauma to any part of the body. So getting adjusted consistently as you're training for your fight or just training on a regular basis is pertinent. Why? Because it allows you to recover from the micro trauma instead of it building, and then it allows you to regain your speed. When you have trauma or have injury to the area, naturally your body is going to become inflamed. It's going to collect water there. It's going to be sore. And anytime you're sore, you don't want to move it. So now you're decreasing your movement, your range of motion. To be able to respond to someone, you have to have fluidity, not necessarily fluid in the joint. You want fluidity as in I can move through. Well, when you're hurting, you can't move as well. So chiropractic will help you recover from that and then help you strengthen it by putting you into the stability phase. So that's the chiropractic stance on recovering and treating and maintaining a joint. Now, how have you experienced chiropractic?
You know, I can't really add that much to it. It's just, I know for a fact, if I have taken time away from coming in and getting my adjustments, and my movements are tighter, I can feel less confident in my level changes quickly. I lose that elasticity. And quite frankly, I'm not as athletic. And so I feel more loose. I feel more strong. I'm able to recruit more power because I can turn and I can rotate more fully and fluidly as well. So that's just the biggest difference. I feel like I have more of a smooth groove versus like, oh man, I feel kind of choppy. Yeah, that's the best way I can explain it.
Well, I thank you all for today. Dr. Jackson, how do you feel? You feel like you got a little bit more oil on your bones?
I'm feeling a little bit. You heard them popping earlier, but after that warm up, I think I feel a little bit better. And let's give we're always delighted with Dr. Peoples come, but let's give her special guest another hand or applause. All right. And you know, we have always a power-packed show. Coming to us next is Ray John Perry, who will talk to us about nutrition. And then after him, Lewis Krause has another guest that's talking about physical alertness and the need to take care of mind, body, and spirit. And then we're not going to depart much from our show. We're going to go back to ancient African history. Charlotte, thanks for getting on with us today. We're glad to see you. But right now, let's listen to the dynamic Ray John Perry, the nutritionist that is part of our show.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have to unmute yourself.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
We can't hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay,
He's in health.
okay.
He's in health and wellness, but when it comes to tech, we gotta help him with the tech.
Yeah. Hey, how y'all been doing? My name is Ray John Perry. Based out of St. Louis in Atlanta, Georgia. But home is always St. Louis. So I'm gonna give out a smoothie recipe, just to kind of boost the energy. And then I'm gonna give out a raw food treat, that's just a good sweet treat, and that's also gonna boost the energy level also. So, um, the name of this smoothie is called Work Me Out. So if you're into working out, and I just seen you guys do a beautiful demo with that hand-to-hand combat. Uh, so this one has a teaspoon of maca, um, powdered beets, and that's also a teaspoon ginger root. You can either do the tincture or either you can do the raw. And you can just take like the uh, a quarter size of ginseng, raw ginseng. And this also has chaga. Chaga is a mushroom that's indigenous to Missouri. You can also take a teaspoon, and it has tribulus fruit. Tribulus fruit is really good for men's testosterone. Um, and you can always make you can take a tea ball and make the tribulus into a tea. Um, and you can just get a shot. You don't need much of that tribulus. And then a tablespoon of coconut oil, a cup of blueberries, and a cup of strawberries, and a pinch of cayenne pepper, and you can do a tablespoon of this lion's mane. Lion's mane is a mushroom that's really good for the mental. And then, of course, at that point in time, you can take 2 cups of coconut water, blend thoroughly, and that's going to be a really good one before or either after you go to the gym. But I would totally, this would be a pre-workout because it's basically going to give you that type of energy to kind of push through. Um, so that's the smoothie, and that's it's called Work Me Out. Um, and then the raw food snack would be, and this is from my sea moss recipes. So it's a teaspoon of sea moss, sea moss gel. And then you basically take dates. You can take the dates and make them into little small balls. You can roll them up with your hands. Chia seeds, you can roll those in chia seeds and hemp seeds. You can take, I would say probably like a cup of chia seeds and a cup of the hemp seeds. You can roll those up in those seeds, the chia seeds and the hemp seeds, and you can take cacao, and it basically makes you a raw energy ball. You can take 2 teaspoons of the cacao powder, and at that point in time, you actually got a raw snack. And we call dates nature's candy. So it's going to be sweet. It's going to be, and then of course the chia seeds, the omega 3s, omega 6s, omega 9s, and also with the hemp seeds, you're getting a complete protein with your omega 6s, the omega 3s, and omega 9s with those. And then the cacao is it's a natural aphrodisiac and does boost up libido, and it's the natural chocolate. Yeah. So those are the 2 recipes I have for today. Any questions?
Thank you, nutritionist Ray John Perry. And if you are interested in having,
I can't hear him.
I'm sorry.
Dr. John, I can't hear you.
Okay,
I can hear you now.
Okay. If you are interested in one of those recipes and want to know what those ingredients will do for you, simply call us at the station, and we will do what we need to do to make sure that you get a chance to talk to any of our guests, and they'll respond to any questions that you have. What we want to do at this particular juncture is we'd like to let the young man that Lewis Cross has brought on, because that's another piece. And then this is election week, and we invited Joan and Victoria back. So as soon as the young man finishes, they will be on talking to us about propositions 4 and 5, and anything you want to know about voting, they can tell you. Do we have Dr. Cross? Do we have your special guest in the waiting room?
I'm trying to get him to connect now, Dr. Jackson. But he's in the waiting
Well,
room.
do you want us to go on with?
No,
I don't want to push him off.
Okay, I don't want to push him off. I'm trying to get with Tavon now to get that in.
Now remember, I didn't say. I said push.
He should have bounced. Go ahead, tell him about himself.
All right.
Mr. Clemens, if you just.
Norman, you couldn't get on?
1 second, everyone. Technical difficulties, but good to see all the lovely faces out there. Politics is coming around the corner, and we know we need to make the best vote for our communities. And as he said, we have two of the most informed individuals here on our podcast that will educate us on what to do. So just bear with us. We're going to bring on a special guest, and then we're going to have the League of Women Voters educate us.
Okay, he's in the waiting room.
I just added him to the stage.
Okay, we added you to the stage. Come up.
Did he understand what he's talking about?
Oh, huh? He said he's up. He's still bounced out, Brian.
Dr. Jackson, we're working on it. You want to take over until we get it on?
Okay, we'll work.
Sure. I was just speaking until to Joan and Vicky, just asking how they were doing. I know this has been a busy season for them because
Sure
that
has.
voting always comes out.
It's been very busy. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I am interested in hearing again about Propositions 4 and 5 because I've been seeing 4 or 5 different kinds of commercials related to those. I've seen some that says this is going to make Missouri better. I've seen some that say this is going to make them worse. This is going to, and some people are even showing these are the people that are behind all of that. So we are trying to find our guests to get them on. So while we're waiting, can the two of you, one of you summarize 4 and one of you summarize 5? And when the guest comes on, we'll sneak them in because I don't want to just sit and wait. This is valuable time, particularly as people start to get ready to vote. Who's going to do 4?
How about I do 4, Joan, and you can do 5? Does that sound good? Yep.
Okay.
That works.
Go. All right,
So-
go, Vicky.
Oh, did they just come on?
No, this is Xavier Blackwell is one of my doctoral students, and so he is just trying to see what his mentor is doing at this particular juncture. I'm getting ready to listen to Victoria. I'm sorry, Victoria of
okay.
the League of Women Voters right now.
All right, I will tell you about Amendment 4. So most of you have probably been approached by people asking you to sign petitions, right? Well, the chances are those petitions are the thing that Amendment 4 is about, because for more than 100 years in Missouri, we've had the ability for citizens to bring an issue to the vote. And what you have to do is collect enough signatures all around the state. And if you get enough, then it comes on the ballot for us to vote on. And once it gets to the point that we're voting on it, if it gets a simple majority, so 50% of the vote plus 1, it passes. Well, what Amendment 4 is trying to do is make it harder for those citizen-initiated petitions to pass. They want to make the change that it has to get a majority, so that 50% plus 1 in every single congressional district. And we have 8 right now around the state. And what that really means, though, is if you're opposed to something, You can put all your money and run all your commercials in just one district, because it only takes one, even if the other 7 all vote in favor by a huge margin. It only takes one district for it to, if it fails in that one, then the whole thing goes down. And that really means that we are not ever going to be able to pass anything. And it could be a, liberal leaning measure that's trying to get passed. It could be a conservative one. And the ballot measures that the legislature in Jefferson City puts up for us to vote on, they're not changing the rules on them. So there's quite the double standard here. They're saying if the citizens bring something forward, that it has to pass in every district. But if we bring something forward, no, it just has to have 50% plus one. And some examples of citizen initiative petitions are Medicaid expansion, legalized marijuana, sports betting. The last time was a citizen initiative petition. Some of the sales tax, the prohibitions on sales tax that will be affected by Amendment 5 that Joan's going to talk about, they were citizen initiative petitions. So it really will hamper the power of the people to bring forward things that are not a priority for our lawmakers. So that, in a nutshell, is Amendment 4. And the League of Women Voters of Missouri recommends a no on Amendment 4 because of the limit to the power of the people. This has worked for us for more than 100 years. So we think it's worth continuing. Any questions on 4 before we turn it over to Joan? Nope. Oh, you're muted.
Okay, so
Hello?
yeah, we don't have any questions now, but I'm sure afterwards we'll probably have a few questions.
All right.
Joan?
Hello?
Over to you, Joan.
She said hello.
Hello?
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we can hear you. Mhm.
You can
So
hear
go
me?
ahead with
This
Amendment
is
5,
Joan.
Joan.
Miss Joan, you look good. We understand you look good. We hear
Can you
you.
hear me?
Yes.
Raise your
Yes.
hand.
Raise
if
your
you
hand
can hear me.
up. Say yes.
I can step in. I can
Are you
step
going to talk
in.
about
Yeah,
5?
so I think that she's having a network problem. You want to go and speak to Mr. Clemens, Mr. Jackson?
He can't hear you.
I'm in.
Oh, you in?
Hello?
Okay. Joan, we can't hear you.
So, Mr. Clemens, let's bring you
Yeah,
on.
I'm ready. I'm ready. We can
Okay.
talk about the election in general. We can come
Hello?
back to Joan.
Hello?
Let's continue
can
with you,
hear
Mr.
Joan.
Clemens.
Okay. And I absolutely agree with everything the League of Women Voters is saying about 4 and will say about 5. I'm with the American Federation of Teachers and the Missouri AFL-CIO. Probably the easiest one we know in polling is that number 5 is probably going to go down to massive defeat. We hope so, but Amendment 4 is more
Hello?
dangerous.
I'm still
For
here.
democracy. Good, Joan. We'll have you in just a minute. So probably the most important thing on your ballot is Amendment 4 and 5, but also we encourage everybody to look up the candidates and make a valid decision about who you're backing. For example, one of the races we're looking at, we have a sign for Gina Mitten in front of our office. It was taken down sometime this morning. And I just moved it. We'll put it back up again. But she's in a race with Steve Butts for Senate 4. And uh, these are clearly different candidates. One of them is for school choice, vouchers, and charter schools. The other one supports public education. That's just one of the races, but and I'll take any questions people have as well.
Yeah, let me just add to that. If you have not yet voted and you want to look up information
It's
about the
really important to
candidates,
get out the vote.
yeah,
Uh, and
vote411.org
we think
is
this is a
where to
critical
go.
race, particularly about Amendment 4 and 5. Amendment 1, on the other hand, is a very positive thing for soil conservation and agriculture. So we encourage people to vote yes on 1, but I don't want to confuse anybody. No on Amendment 4 and 5 is really important.
Let's see if we can get to
And
Joan.
know your
I
candidates.
know.
Look up their voting records.
So there might be an issue with their network on all ends because we hear everyone clearly. You've been transferred clearly. However, you might be receiving a delay on your end for some reason.
Okay.
Okay.
No problem.
Do you have any questions at all?
No.
Yeah.
No
Well,
question. Let's
if-
let Joan in.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's
All
let
right,
Joan
Byron.
in.
Thank you, Byron.
Thanks,
Well, thank
Byron.
you. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Can we get Joan in? Let's see
We
if
were
we can
having
get
some
Look,
difficulty
here
with her.
she
She
is.
couldn't- Okay, you good, Joan? She still can't hear us.
Joan, can you hear?
Nope. She's still having some connectivity problems.
Victoria,
I can-
see if you
yeah.
can call her. Can you hear us?
Hello?
I can, yes. Yes, I can hear everybody.
But Joan can't hear us.
But Joan can't hear us. Yeah.
Joan, ask Joan to go out and come back in, Vicky. Call her.
Okay, give me
Tell
a
her
second here.
to go out and come back in.
Joan, can you hear us now?
No. We can't hear
She
her.
still can't hear us.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Well,
All right,
again,
I sent her a message. I can talk
Okay.
about 5 if
okay.
she's having
Yeah,
difficulty.
why don't you? That's exactly what I was going to do, Victoria.
Yeah.
Talk about 5 and just tell Joan we're sorry, just technical difficulties.
Yeah, yeah. So
Talk about 5.
Amendment 5, this is the one that's related to income tax. And you've probably seen a ton of ads on the TV saying, you're going to save money, you know, spoil your grandchildren, etc. The important thing to remember on Amendment 5 is it is not a tax reduction. It is a shift in the way the state will collect taxes. What they want to do is over 5 years or so, reduce the income tax. And this is only Missouri income tax. This is not your federal taxes, which tends to be your big bill. Reduce Missouri income taxes and instead replace it with something else. They've been very, very vague on what that's going to be, but it really, all signs point to it being an increase in sales tax, either an increase in the rate of sales tax that we pay and or an increase in the kinds of things that you can put sales tax on. Right now in Missouri, you can't charge sales tax on services. So things like haircuts and car repair and doctor's visits, you cannot charge sales tax. A vote yes on Amendment 5 would suspend that restriction, and they would be able to charge sales tax on services. So that's the big takeaway. Yes, you might get more money in your paycheck because they're not taking income tax out, but you are going to pay at least that much, if not more, when you go to the store because there'll be an increase in the sales tax. Now, income tax is, the money from income tax is almost 2/3 of the Missouri state budget for general funds. That money's got to come from somewhere or services will have to be cut. So, those sales taxes are going to go up. We just don't know exactly how or where because, the people proposing this have not given us really any detail on it. But the view of the League of Women Voters is that this will disproportionately impact seniors, active military, and people who don't make a lot of money. Because seniors and active military, we don't pay income tax right now. There's no income tax on Social Security, for example. So for me, because I'm retired on Social Security, I'm going to be paying more no matter what because there's no savings for me. And when you have an income tax, the more money you make, the more tax you pay. Sales tax, it's the same for everybody. So if the sales tax rate goes up on basic goods and services, the examples I gave, like haircuts, doctor visits, car repair, things that everybody needs, the people who have lower income are paying exactly the same as the people who are wealthy. So we consider sales tax to be a much more unfair way of collecting money for the state. And we recommend a no on Amendment 5.
Okay. Do we have any questions?
So I think they explained that pretty well, John.
Great,
Okay.
Thank you. Can I just give a few of my usual reminders about voting?
Of course, Victoria.
Yeah,
I've got to step away. So just for a minute
I'll
to
be
take
quick.
one call.
Yeah.
Go take it.
So today is the last day of no excuse absentee voting. If you live in St. Louis City or County, it's mostly libraries, but there are many places you can go to vote today until 5 o'clock. Tomorrow is election day, so the polls will be open from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Don't forget to bring your photo ID. If it has expired, provided the expiration was after the last presidential election, so the one in November 24, you will still be allowed to use it to vote. And if you don't have ID, you can do a provisional vote. It just will take you a little bit longer. So look up your candidates, your ballot issues on our website, vote411.org. That you put in your address and it will tell you all the people you're going to see on your ballot and all the issues such as 4 and 5 that I just talked about. And it will explain them in plain English. Because as we all know, if you just show up on election day and you try and read what they put in front of you, sometimes that legal language is really confusing and you might be thinking, I have no idea what they are asking me to vote on here. So look on Vote 411 and it will tell you in plain English. It'll say a yes means this and a no means this. And that should help you make your decision.
Ms. Victoria, again, just for the sake of understanding who the League of Women Voters are, can you just share in brief who you are again?
So the League of Women Voters, we're a national organization. We're kind of like the unions, there's the national organization, there's a state level organization and local. And I am co-president of the St. Louis Metro Local League of Women Voters. We've been around for more than 100 years. We grew out of the women's suffrage movement. When women got the right to vote, a group of women founded the league because we knew that this was new for these women. They needed voter education. And that's what we focus on is voter education. You'll see us around town doing voter registration at fairs, at naturalization ceremonies. We produce the Voter's Guide, which is Vote 411, and it comes out also on paper, thanks to the generous help of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. We also do candidate forums. We've done many, many presentations, such as this one, explaining ballot issues to voters. Honestly, this August election, I think, is the busiest we've been in years with explaining ballot issues. There's a huge demand for information here, and we are happy to provide it.
Well, I want to thank you again. Hey, Doc. I'm sorry, Doc.
No, you go on.
No, I was just going to say thank you all again. And just to bring up to those who are viewing, we do have a nice crowd viewing today. I thank you all for viewing. This is Mindful Monday, every Monday, 12 to 2 Central Time. You can find us here. Again, this platform is to inform the people. In order for you to be more empowered, information is important, and you're hearing it straight from the cook's pot or the chef's pot when you hear it on Mindful Monday. We got the cooks in the kitchen. We got the League of Women Voters. We got Dr. Parr. We got Dr. Jackson. We have Dr. Lewis Cross. We have African history. All on Monday, you can find us at 12 to 2 Central Time.
Again, I echo what Tavon has said. We thank the League of Women Voters for being one of our stalwart persons. And as a matter of fact, Charlotte called me up and said, you better put those League of Women Voters on there. We need to know about how things are going. We need to know how we should vote. So Charlotte, I know you're listening. So I want to let you know we listen to you. And I want to apologize to Joan, because through some technical difficulties, we couldn't hear her. But anyway, Charlotte, thank you for making sure that we were on top of things.
Yes, thank you, Charlotte. But we're happy to do it. This is what we do. So thank you.
Right. We still have not gone to our ancient African history. And I hope Sage Elder Norman Ross is available. And I call them Sage and Elder because one of the ways that history is handed down by the sages is that one person gathers it and they share it with others. And he was an elder and still is an elder at the only Afrocentric school in St. Louis. And so in addition to having all the degrees and working for the Chamber of Commerce and all of that, he is a ancient African history scholar. So without me talking anymore, let us now listen to Sage Norman Ross.
Hey, how are you doing? I want to give a shout out to the Mindful Monday audience, as well as my co-hosts on this podcast. I want to start where we left off last time, and we were talking about the defamation of African history. And what I wanted to emphasize was how important that this defamation was. This is where our ancient African history has been hidden, and how we have been miseducated about all the contributions that ancient Kemet, what we call Egypt, has contributed to world civilization. And I want to deeply emphasize that when I say that, I am saying that literally the foundational basis of Western civilization, all the major elements of Western civilization, modern civilization, the mathematics, the education, the first universities, the first libraries, the first cultural literary works, the scientific method and science, as well as our calendar is in the ancient Kemetic calendar, and our alphabet evolved out of Medu Neter, what the Greeks called hieroglyphics. So this is very important for us to understand this, because apparently there are no curriculums of ancient African history in our schools. Even our schools that are all African American, there is nothing in the curriculum. Also at fault, there's nothing in the curriculum to prepare our young people to be leaders and managers in our impoverished communities, African American communities in this country. So one of the things to correct this, to create a new cultural, philosophical, historical paradigm that can be used for to inspire our young people to rebuild and redevelop their impoverished African American communities, would be using ancient African history to, facilitate this. So let's go back to where we left off, and I'm going to pull that up. Let's see, and this is a side. We're talking about the defamation of ancient African history. Some of you may have seen the animation feature, the cartoon feature, The Prince of Egypt, when it came out. This was some years ago. But the characters were featured as Arabic-looking characters. All the characters in the film who were supposed to be ancient Egyptians were featured as Arab-looking. So what the film was silently saying to our children and the adults that were seeing the film was that the ancient Kemetic people and ethnic population was not a Black African population. And what they indicate by featuring the characters as Arabic, they are stating that this is what the ancient Egyptians looked like. And they were not a Black African people. Okay. And also out of that feature, this was an image of the pharaoh who was Ramses II. And so they're showing Ramses II, in that film as literally a European or Arabic looking person, a non-Black African. And so what are we doing? We're using racial false animation to defame Africa. Okay, let me go to the next. This was a magazine. The magazine Odyssey had a special feature about the first great woman ruler in world history, who was Queen Hatshepsut. And the question that the magazine is asking, was she Black? And so they are showing an image of her, statue with her wearing the ceremonial beard as the ruler of ancient Kemet, because she ruled for 22 years, ruled ancient Kemet for 22 years. But there was a question that the magazine was offering, was she Black? Because at the time, there was a big controversy in the African American community about ancient African history and the false narratives that the media and our schools were presenting about ancient African history. Let's see. Here is a book on Queen Hatshepsut. And if you look at the cover of the book, if you can see that, it's a little small, but can you see that? There is a picture of a European looking woman. And this is what they feature as, this is what they're saying, this is what Queen Hatshepsut looked like. And she was not a Black African. And this was there was a Newsweek article that was Cleopatra Black. And here's that magazine in September 23rd, 1991. So the question was Cleopatra Black? When I did the research on Queen Cleopatra VII, I found out from looking at her images on coins and looking at her images on her statues and what have you, other images, she literally had European features. And the question of whether she was Black, that still needs to be vetted. If you look closely at her statues, you'll see that her hair is frizzy. Her father was King Ptolemy the 12th, and he was of Macedonian Greek descent. Her mother was supposed to be Queen Cleopatra V, and she definitely was of Macedonian Greek heritage, but there are some historians questioning who was the actual mother of Queen Cleopatra VII. There are some who feel that King Ptolemy the 12th's second wife was the daughter of an Egyptian high priest, and that high priest, the daughter, had 4 children with King Ptolemy the 12th. So there is controversy on whether Cleopatra had, any, African blood in her. So that needs to be further vetted. But one thing for sure, Queen Cleopatra VII, she adopted the Egyptian language. And she was the only Greek ruler of ancient Egypt. Let's call it Egypt now because the Greeks are controlling and ruling it. She was the only ruler that could speak could speak Egyptian as well as many other languages. A very intelligent ruler. Here is the picture of the mummy. If anyone remember seeing the mummy, the major monster in the movie, and this was the character who was supposed to be Imhotep. Now, Imhotep is the first great multi-genius father of architecture, the father of medical science, and the father of engineering, because he was commissioned to build the first stone building complex in world history, which was the Step Pyramid. And when we were going over the Old Kingdom period, I showed you, images of the pyramid structure and the complex, the building complex. So this was one of the greatest individuals, Imhotep, one of the greatest individuals in world history. But he's featured in this film as a non-Black African and as a monster in the film.
Sure is.
He was the evil one in the film. And this is more about that film at the top, but at the bottom, we discuss what's the problem with the Broadway musical Aida?
Aida.
Okay, Aida, in the movie, literally the Nubians are featured as Black Africans with Black African actors, but the Egyptians are featured as Europeans with European American actors. This is how Broadway was loudly, loudly voicing the notion that the ancient Egyptians were not a Black African people, but some of the rulers during the Kushite rulership of ancient Kemet, some of them were Black African, but not all of them. The great majority of them were a non-Black African ethnic group. And this is what this Broadway musical was saying. Now, if you go through the literature, all the books on ancient Egypt, if you go through those books, they will indicate, well, we don't know what the ethnicity of the ancient Egyptians was. That's what they would say. But the images they would portray would be that of, European or Arabic or Indian, anything but Black African. And what we need to understand, what we need to explore, what we need to really look at, why was there an urgency to present this blatant false narrative? And they're still doing it. And now we have the country of Egypt trying to hijack the Black African cultural heritage, the ancient Black African cultural heritage. This was the movie The Scorpion King. Now, they had an African American rock who literally was the king, but all of his troops and a lot of the other officials of ancient Egypt were Arabic looking, non-Black African. Very interesting. Here is an article in Jet magazine of an Egyptian immigrant who looked, who had the features and looked like an average Black African American. The U.S. government refused to change his race from white because the United States government stated that Egyptians were of a Caucasian race. So they refused to change, and he was fighting this because he wanted to be listed as a Black, a Black African. This was another article. Why is this man classified as white? And he was legally fighting this for years, and he still has not won, that battle. He took them to court. He took the U.S. government to court, but still has not won that battle. And this is many years later when there's an article stating that the Egyptian man fighting to be considered Black by the U.S. government. This was in September 2012. So for many years, this man was fighting to be classified by the U.S. government as a Black, Black African. Africa is the common origin of all humanity, language, and culture. It is the birth site of the first written script, science, education, monarchy, nation state, and civilization. At a specific point in historical time, Africa was intentionally defamed and dismissed in order to rationalize and fortify the economy of human slavery. But now we learn that as a human being, that we are all connected to Africa. We we are all Africans and descendants of its ancestry. What that is saying, people, is that everybody on the planet has an African ancestor. Everybody on the planet, their DNA, their genetic DNA, 99.9% of that DNA was manufactured and installed in Africa in modern man. And then modern man left Africa and populated the world. So everybody on the planet is 99.9% African. In a deeper sense, it is saying that Europeans and Asians are Africans. They're just different tribes. And when we look at the major contributions of Africa to the world, to world civilization, there's a pyramid that continent is standing on. I want to stop there, Tavon, and continue next week, okay?
Absolutely. And
Okay.
I think that your topic is important. My father used to always say that you have to know your roots.
Mhm.
You have to know where you're coming from to know where you're going. And Dr. Ross, I always thank you for informing us on where we come from. That is what Mindful Monday is all about. Again, the opinions and comments made on Mindful Monday are solely those of the host. It has nothing to do with the affiliations of Harris Stowe, BRHF Internet Radio. It has nothing to do with the affiliation of City Vision, the Hidden Gem. It's all about how can we come together to make this city a better place with everyone, every culture, every human being. Dr. Jackson.
Yes. As usual, we always have a powerful show just in terms of just a simple number of guests. We apologize profusely for any technical difficulties, particularly with the League of Women Voters, but we know that what we have to do is to continue to work on this until we get it better. The last portion of our show, we normally have me talk about the notice of funding opportunities. And so I'm going to take a couple of minutes so that we can do that. So play a little music, and then I'll be ready to go from there, Tavon. Maybe a minute or so, and I should be ready to show a couple of funding sources. Because in addition to talking about it, let's do something about making a difference.
Keep in mind, this music is original, exclusively for Mindful Mondays. All created at City Vision.
Center the why behind it. Be present in your purpose. Move with intention, not urgency.
I want to thank all of our listeners and our followers and our viewers, because we could be anywhere else on a Monday between 12 and 2. I'm sure you probably are work. You got the boss over you telling you what to do. You got the children running their home. You got the teenagers want money. You got the wife want this. You got the husband that want that. And you got everybody wanting something, but you're here on Mindful Mondays. I thank you all for our viewers and listeners. We are now growing strong at 60 viewers right now. Because of you all, we will be Mindful Monday. The platform to open our minds, cultivate our ideas, make those that work come to fruition. Our city is in shambles. Our children are losing schools. There's so much going on right now in our environment. The leadership don't know if they're going up or down, left or to the right. And they're beginning to cut funding So how can we as a community, as a people, as an individual use our ideas to self-sustain us? I mean, if our leadership is elected because of us, our lives should be determined on what they do once they get in office. Again, it's us. First unit of government is us. Dr. Jackson.
Well, I'm back. There are 3 funding vehicles that I'd like to talk about. One is the Wahlberg Foundation. And I'm going to see if you can see this. And if you cannot see it, give us a call and we will send this to you. Let's see. All I need to do is hit my little TV screen, right?
That's all you have to do. Hit the TV screen, share your screen, and they're gonna see what you're seeing.
Share my screen.
Just make sure it's not none of your teenager pictures up there.
Well, I think
got your hair cut off and
I think I'll be okay. I'm not gonna show those pictures.
While we are waiting for you to share your
from
screen.
20 years back.
Tracy, thank you for joining us today.
Hear me? I want to talk about them.
Is that Tracy right here? Okay.
The more
Dr. Jackson, you break it up.
They fund 2001. And again, I already told you, you have to be designated as an IRS 501c3 tax exempt initiatives as after school. $10,000 to 50,000. And again, if you touch bases with us, we will talk to you more about the application process. Now, is that usually you can submit it anytime, and then after you submit it, within 60 days, they'll let you know whether or not they would consider you. And what you would submit is actually a pre-application. And in that, they will determine and maybe ask you questions as to, hey, are you really doing all the things you say you're doing? And how is this money going to be used? Dr. Cross has been interested in this particular piece because he is currently working with St. Louis Public Schools to make some differences in that school system. And so Wahlberg is one that we will be talking about. And in addition to the Wahlberg, I think last time I showed the group and we talked about the
any special specs.
The Deaconess Foundation senior program. And so what I want to do now is actually go and talk with you about that particular program. Well, how are you doing, Tracy? Just wave. You're good. Tracy is joining us because she is a proposal writer with a team, and she has been working with me, and she will work when we'll start with some of the people in our audience who want to do more with proposal writing and so forth. They can help you with it and so forth. So we'll do something with that. I want to go now though to one other piece, and what I'm going to do is actually see if I can pull this up.
Dr. Jackson, while
and
you're doing that,
talk a little
can
bit,
you,
a little bit about the other foundation. And once I
We can hear you, Tracy.
I was going to say, Dr.
Yes,
Jackson,
go
while you're
ahead.
pulling that up, I wanted to just mention something real quick on Professor Norris. I believe that's his last name.
Sure.
Okay. One of the things that we as African Americans,
Norman
I agree
Ross.
with everything. Yeah, Mr. Ross, Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Mr. Ross, is we really,
Yeah.
when we're, the last time I was here, you guys know I talked about studying Hebrew and how when we read, and I hope I don't disrespect anybody, when we read the Bible, it doesn't really tell about the African American, the things we've donated to the Bible, the things that we're in. And a lot of people do not realize that when you see the Bible, when you read the Bible, the way it is written, you don't see a lot of African American background in it. But going through Hebrew, there are things that if you can get a Hebrew Bible, it will break things down even more of the African American, what we have participated in the Bible. Not just, I'll give examples, David or Moses' wife, who was Ethiopian. It doesn't tell you that in our
Okay.
American Bibles. But Dr. Jackson, I was going to say we couldn't hear you at first. That's why I was raising my hand, because the thing kept going out. So now you can take over. And hopefully next time I'll be able to speak a little bit more with Dr. Ross or Mr. Ross on the impact of African American, not only in the United States, but also in our biblical text. So I'm going to go back on mute. I just wanted to say that
Okay.
because everything he is saying is so correct.
Okay. I'm appreciative of the work that you do, Tracy, because she is actually working with some groups to be part of helping them move forward in terms of writing proposals and so forth. And there's a senior franchise group that wants to do something with seniors. Let me share this last piece with you.
Mhm.
And when I share this last piece with you, then we will actually close down the program.
Mhm.
This last piece is called the Come Up. All right. Now, the Senior Community Revitalization and Development Fund, in short, the Seniors Community Fund, is a partnership between the Community Health Commission of Missouri and the Deaconess Foundation. What's really good about this one, and if you need more information, proposals actually opens September the 1st, 2026. So we've got about a month before the actual proposal opens, and then the request for the proposal period ends September 30th. So there's a 30-day range in there. But there are 3 priority items for seniors: transportation, safety, and health navigation. And Tracy's already started with one group, Senior Franchise, on trying to put a proposal together for them. Now, her company is working in conjunction with the Mindful Monday show. Unfortunately, the Mindful Monday show cannot afford to pay them for every single group that they work with, but they will work with you, give you general information, and if you want to subcontract with them or work with them more closely, they can provide some work for you. Again, want to just try to, I'm going to stop sharing, and we're going to actually we're going to actually close down the program. We never quite get everything done however, we want to say to you, thank you for joining the Mindful Monday show. And any last words that you want to have, Tavon?
No, sir. I'm just honored to be a part of such a great platform. I'm able to make my ideas come to fruition and help others. So I'm thankful.
John?
Okay. Yes.
John? Yeah, could I say something real
Norman.
quick to Tracy?
Yes.
Yeah, Tracy?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the oldest Christian Bible is the Ethiopian Bible.
Mm-hmm.
It has 88 books.
Yeah.
And the King James Version has 66 books.
Mm-hmm.
So 22 books have been removed. But I would strongly suggest checking out the Ethiopian Bible in terms of, and I would like to talk to you more about that. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I would love to speak with you about that.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We'll make sure that the two of you get together. Tavon, end us with a little music. It can either be from City Vision or it could be the piece that you've done for the Obamas. Your choice.
City Vision. This for the people. Shaping cities. Empowering people. We shaping cities.
Inspiring people.
We shaping cities. Yeah. We shaping cities steady.
Building from the base. Building from the base.
From the base.
Empowering people. Put the power in their face.
Yeah, power in their face.
Power in their face.
From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City Vision, we the
future. Yeah, we stepping in the place.
Yeah. Started with a spark, now the vision, vivid, living proof. From the ground to the grind, had to tighten every move. Spark, proof, grind, move. Turn the losses into lessons, now we leveling the views. Now the city seeing clearly. We the ones they gotta choose. From the pain to the purpose, put the work in with the work.
Working with the work.
Working with the word. Had to plant it in the dirt just to show them what it's worth. Work. We shaping cities steady. Empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
Power. Face.
From the block to the top.
Yeah, we level in the space.
City Vision. We the future.
Yeah, we stepping in a place. Every block got a plan. Got a plan.
Every plane got a plan.
Turn the fear into fire.
Fire don't fade.
Now we building up a legacy they never could erase.
Erase. We don't fall. Stand tall through it all. Stand tall. Hand in hand, build a plan. Yeah, we answering the call. Answer the call. If we move it as a unit, ain't no limit, none at all.
We shaping cities steady.
Building from the base.
Empowering people.
Put the power in their face.
That power in the people.
Power in the people.
Power in the people.
From the block to the top, yeah, we level in the place.
City Vision, we the future, yeah, we stepping in a place. Shaping cities, empowering people.
Shaping cities. Empowering people.
Shaping cities, empower people.